Willpower is not what I think most women are missing when it comes to deepening their health and happiness. I think what's missing for most women is the belief that they are worth showing up for and that they are worth their own time and energy. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. Research on what psychologists call autonomous motivation, the kind of motivation that comes from genuine internal values rather than external pressure or obligation, has some clear things to say about why some people maintain health behaviors and find it easier to engage with health behaviors and others do not. So self-determination theory, which I mention in my book, developed by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan at the University of Rochester, has been replicated across hundreds of studies in health behavior. Its core finding, people who engage in health behaviors because those behaviors align with who they genuinely are and what they genuinely value, sustain those behaviors far longer than people driven by fear or guilt or external pressures, which is really funny because that makes me think of the diet industry. Guilt, fear, and external pressures. I think that pretty much sums up the diet industry, right? The second that external pressures lift, the behaviors collapse. Again, that describes the diet industry. Right? We are all in as long as we have the diet protocol to engage with. But once that program is over or the community ends or however that thing comes to a close, our behavior collapses because we were driven by guilt and fear and external pressures. So this explains something that I've observed countless times with the clients that I work with. Women who implement a health change because they are scared of a diagnosis or ashamed of how they look can maintain it for weeks or months. But the moment the fear fades or the shame temporarily lessens, the behavior vanishes because it was never attached to an identity. It was attached to a feeling, and feelings can fluctuate. So women who change their behavior because they've decided that they are committed to being someone who takes care of herself because that is congruent with the life that she wants for herself and the values that she holds, do not need the fear or the shame to keep going. The behavior sustains itself because it is now an expression of their identity. That is the shift the consistency code work is designed to create. Again, we talked about identity shifting the other day and what a large role our self-image plays in the health equation. And this is just more fuel for that fire to do that work. Really getting connected to the type of woman you want to be in the world, the type of woman you are devoted to being in the world, can completely revolutionize how you show up for yourself, not just for a little bit of time, but for the long haul. Because identity is something we create slowly. And if it's congruent with what we want, it's something that sticks for a really long time. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.